It's your boy DZ. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share the video. Your boy's coming. I'm coming from the muck. Now check this out here. When you have somebody that you call your brother, y'all gonna have differences. You and your brother is not gonna always see eye to eye. You might feel one way at a time. He might feel one way at a time. But no matter what goes on between you and your brother's relationship, you never, I repeat, you never go to the public about what you and your brother's going through. You can always work through things in a relationship with your brother because sometimes y'all not going to agree with each other. Sometimes y'all not going to see eye to eye. But once you take it to the public, it becomes disrespect. Once you start giving your opinion to other people about what you and your brother's going through, you damage the relationship. You and your brother can get over certain things that you go through. Now, I'm sure Jay's never going to want to mend the relationship. Dame went too far. You went on several public outlets talking negative about what y'all was going through. Knowing that they both came in the game together. That's why, as people, you got to understand that things are going to change in life. You got to create your own avenue. As your brother created his avenue, you got to create your own avenue. You can't expect to live off another person forever. And that's what happened with Dame. He expected to live off Jay forever. So when Jay decided to part ways because allegedly he looked at Dame was stealing money, and I think Dame said he took $500,000 out of an account, that there is like stealing. It is stealing. So you damage the relationship with you and your brother. Now, your brother said he wanted to part ways because he seen that he was the total asset to the situation. You're supposed to be creating your foundation for when this time comes. But what you never do is you never go to the public to disrespect someone you so-called your brother. Brothers are not going to always see eye to eye. They're not going to always vibe at a certain time. Sometimes somebody's this way and sometimes somebody's that way. Hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe. If you're new to the channel, let me know what you think. But brothers unite no matter what if they real brothers. And what you see here is Dame wasn't really his brother. If you allege took some money, then you publicly talk negative because you no longer benefit from somebody that you thought that you was going to benefit for forever, that's not how it works. You got to go and create your own avenue. Your brother can be there for you, but for you to think that you're going to leech off another man for the rest of your existence on earth, or as some people might say forever, which there is no forever. Forever doesn't exist. Nothing is forever. Life is destined for change. There will always be change in life. But Dame didn't look at it like that. And what happens is when you use drugs, as in marijuana, mushrooms, alcohol, any drug that you use, it alters your brain. You think that it's enhancing you to think better, helping you pass time, to cope with different situations. All it does is twist up your thinking. And you can see Dame is on something. He likes shrooms. He said it. So if you are into drugs and your brother's not into drugs, and he sees that you over here messing the money up and I'm over here putting the work in to get the paper, this relationship has to part. So you want me to put the extra work in for you to get out here and fuck up the bag while I still press to get the bag because you think we're united financially forever? It don't work like that. And they parted ways. And you got to respect Jay for that. What type of grown man is going to sit here and provide for you forever? We know Dame's a hustler. Yeah, he's a hustler. But for you to think that you going to eat off another man and then when y'all have problems, you go to the public. Once you go to the public, you create the permanent damage. That was inside beef. Inside beef doesn't let outside influence control the situation. And that's what happened here. It was a lot of outside influence that allowed Dame to start backbiting. Y'all was beefing. Okay, let the beef work itself out. That's what brothers do. Brothers let their own beef work their own situation out. They don't go to other outlets to look for sympathy, to think that you're going to reach the other person. You got to understand, Jay's on a total different level. So if he's on a total different level, why would he come back down to Dame's level when Dame's hollering, screaming on some emotional stuff? Think about that. Nobody's coming back down to that level when they already plateaued up here because you got emotional over some financial things that you didn't prepare for. No group is together forever. Somebody wants to go off on their own and create their own lane. Now, some groups still exist after they create their own lane. But if you're not creating your own lane and you think that you're going to leech off another person, what you expect? The other person's going to say, hold on, I'm putting in more work than this person's putting in work, but they on my back. Do I got to carry you forever? Do I got to be the head honcho forever? You need to run your spot and I run my spot. Then we link up. But some people don't understand that. And I'm going to tell you, it's the drugs and the alcohol. The drugs and the alcohol is what's misleading us. We think that because you smoke weed, it's not like crack. You think because you smoke weed, it's not like heroin. These drugs still take you down. It's a chemical that you're using. The weed ain't weed. You think you smoking weed, it's not weed. It's something totally different. They spraying that stuff with chemicals. So you're not going to think the way you think you should be thinking. And you can be a great hustler. But you can be further if you wasn't on that drug and that alcohol. Because the time that you feel that you had to suppress that pain, you will be putting your plan together. The time that Dame was suppressing that pain, Jay was looking at him like, hold on, man. I got to remove myself. You fucking with the bag. We already made it to this level. I got to depart. I got to go. So you got to respect Jay for that. And that relationship ain't never going to work out. You done talk too heavy about the man. Once you went into detail how you felt, so now you want me to come around you and look at you the same? You want me to think that you still my partner? My boy? You still want me to look at you like we like that? The relationship has been tortured. It's over. Ain't no fixing that. But people don't see that once they done took it to that level. They thinking that, oh man, maybe we can sit down and work this out. Now you got to deal with that on the court level and let it be what it's going to be. But once you snake somebody to that level, why would they take the risk of being snaked again, as in letting you get around them and then go publicly talk about them? Because once you take it to that level and do something like that, you'll do that quick. It ain't hard for you to go back to that. It ain't hard for you to say, man, fuck this joker. I'm going to say what I want to say. You already done took it to that level. You done already crossed the line. It's certain lines you don't cross. It's certain lines that you don't cross when you call somebody your brother. You don't put yourself in a situation where you try to publicly talk about the person and then now you want to be friends with them again. Now you want to sit down at the table. Now we're going to let it air it the way it need to be aired out. It's going to work itself out. You where you at, I'm where I'm at. It's going to be what it's going to be. And people don't see that until they're in that situation. All you can do is respect him for that. And Jay ain't said nothing bad about Dame. All he said was, man, Dame's a hustler. He'll figure it out. But Dame keep talking on his emotional stuff. He real emotional with it. That's what you got to learn how to control. But when you smoke weed, you drink, and you taking those drugs, your emotions is all over the place. You can't control your emotions the same. You can't deliver the same. That's just how the chemicals do to you. You think you got it under control. You think that you can handle it. But the chemicals got you discombobulated. That's just how it go. So with your brother, you got to understand, if you got a brother and somebody that you deal with like that, y'all going to have those disagreements. It's going to be ups and downs. But you got to know how far to take it. You got to know when the line is going to be crossed. You got to know when not to do what you did. Going to the public. You never go to the public with inside beef. You let outsiders think what they want. They can say what they want. But you never elaborate to them on how you feel. You got to sit down with your brother, if that's your brother, and work it out. If that's your brother got tired of carrying you. It was too much. How we going to split this in a third and I'm putting all the work in? How are we going to split this in a third and I'm putting all the work in? So you want me to do this forever? Jay thinking about that early music, he got no ownership to it. So you want me to do this until it's over? Nah. People get smart as they get older. Some. But some still get stuck in the same ways. If you taking drugs drinking, it's going to alter your thinking. It's going to hinder you from advancing. That's what they put it here for. Dame's just on a stuck at a higher level. He reached the level that he's stuck at. Because he want to get high. Because he want to drink. He's suppressing some issues that he's dealing with. And you need to know that alcohol and the drugs, all it do is make it worse. I guarantee you, if he wasn't on alcohol and drugs, he probably would have never went to the public to talk about it. They would have dealt with it like men. They would have dealt with it like brothers. Because they would have been able to let the time air out and then we sit back at the table. But when you on something, your emotions is running deep inside. They up and down. Should I say something? Should I leave it alone? Nah, man, he did me dirty. I gotta say something. You gotta create your lane. What's meant for you is meant for you. It's a financial war out here. It's a financial war out here. Everybody trying to eat. Some people ain't gonna eat. Some people gonna eat. That's just how it go. Are you built to make it through your trials and tribulations? Are you gonna let certain situations hold you back? Or are you gonna keep moving forward? However you look at it, you gotta let inside beef be inside beef. You gotta respect something. Everybody is not gonna be at the top level. Everybody's not gonna be the star. Everybody is not gonna live till they 80. Some people gonna die early, some people gonna live longer. But know your position. Appreciate your friends that you call your friends while y'all are friends. If y'all have a fallout, don't go to the other people to get validation. Let the situation mend itself. Because everybody has different views throughout their life. One minute you might feel one way about something, and then the next it might change. That's just how life is set up. You come in the game with the expectancy of pushing through for the eternity of your life, but things change. Feelings change. Plans change. Motives change. Nothing is going to be the same until you die. Change is one thing that you know is guaranteed. If you know it or not, you can't think the same thing going to happen all the time. You can't think it's going to be this way all the time. But what you never do is you go to the public with inside beef. You asking to never mend the situation. Inside beef needs to be kept in-house. Inside beef is between amongst each other. You let the spectators spectate. If you don't understand that, you'll never understand. That's why so many people have the big falling outs, because they got inside beef and they going to outsiders for advice. They going to outsiders to let them tell them you should do this. Yeah, say this. Man, I wouldn't take that. And you expecting to get the results out the situation that you think that they're telling you you should get. When all it's going to do is cause problem and beef. And Jay's been quiet about it. He in court with it. Let's just deal with it in court. We ain't got to rap about it. Ain't no meet up. You can see when people get themselves on that level, they back away from people. They not going to be back and forth with you. You're going to damage my brand. You're going to bring my level back down to how you think. I got to separate myself. If I don't separate myself, now I'm stuck in a war that I don't need to be fighting. Now I'm in a battle that I should have never been involved in. I could have just let it go. Keep it moving. Things is going to change. Everybody ain't going to be beside you forever. Oh, for the eternity of your life, because ain't no forever. Forever don't exist. I don't even know why that word was created. There's nothing forever. Everything must change. Life is short. How it's going to be forever? How the short expectancy of living going to be forever? It's impossible. So, hey, listen, man. I want y'all to hit that like button. Share this video. Subscribe. If you got a brother that you fell out with, man, leave a comment. Let me know what happened. I'm coming. I'm coming from the bottom. It's your boy DZ, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back now.